Let's move. Maybe. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. You're standing by. Well, hey, it's Wednesday. Of course, this is actually pre-recorded. To say that off the bat, I vowed honesty, and my batteries are going dry. Not. So let's do this ghost boxy thing. You see, lately, okay, Michael's helped me out, okay, a great deal, and I totally appreciate it. Love the guy; he's great. Foot, but my feet hurt. A serious phrase. Well, one of the big projects he's helped me out with is this room, and it has accumulated over the years. And by gosh, yeah, I admit, and so much weird stuff happens lately in my life, being caregiver and other stuff, that, you know, I don't have time to pay attention to it. And then I got in the pandemic, my friend passed away, and then I'm starting this. So, a lot of accumulation, but not to make excuses. Michael's over here helping me out. We cleared about half this room because there's an idea of refurbishing some things in here, and then there's more. So, like, there's like stuff I have never gotten, you know, stuff. Like, you see something? Look, this is a Netsuke. Actually, this wasn't dug up, but I'm just saying, there's like stuff I don't want to throw out, right? Okay, boxes. You get tired, and then, oh my gosh, I threw that out. Almost threw out my fossil shark tooth for one example. So this kind of sign right here, thank you, Batman, is definitely appropriate. Okay. Batman, no problem. So there's the tree, the angel on top of the tree, the rack antennas with the major wind got blown down, so he's going out there. Now Michael has a shoulder surgery coming up. It's something he's been looking forward to, actually, for a long time, because it really bothers him. So it's like a good thing, but it it's like tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh my god! It said tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Maybe there is something to this. And I also have a ghost speech, so hey, how appropriate. And it's not ready. So with all of that going on, my back hurts. All that going on, the two of us are finding these poles inside City Mill, and I hear this. Hey, I turn around. It's an old friend from way back, like all the way back high school days, classmate kind of thing. And I was like, wow, no, long time no see. And I don't want to put anybody on the spot and use their name, but we're driving back from that, and I'm telling about his, like, I don't know, let's call it royal heritage, Hawaiian. And my friend's looking it up as he does, and we find out that Abigail Kawananakoa passed away. Now that would be my friend's half aunt, I think. I don't know how that works exactly. Do you?
Dark.
It's dark.
Conversation.
Dark conversation. Diver, see? The Goosebumps knows. What the heck? So, here it is. We're just going to do a little bit of this because I'm probably pulling myself out of bed Wednesday morning, crawling over to the library for my magnificent unprepared speech right now on ghosts. So, but now, what we will do is just check this out real quick. Oops. What the heck happened? Where did it go? It should be right there. There. Okay. There we go. Now, I never met her. She lived to 96 or something like that, I think, which is amazing. I've heard of her and this and that, and she was in the news several times. Basically, there's a giant estate here, huge. It goes back plantation pineapple stuff. She's pretty much my mom said she is Campbell Estate, and my mom's a realtor from all those years. I don't know how that works either, but she was ahead of hundreds of millions. She's like, oh my gosh. And she's Royal Hawaiian Heritage. Now, that's the part I kind of wanted to explore. Here she is with another younger picture of that item. There is a coronation. They crowned people with the coronation. Da-da-da, here's the crown. Sort of a gazebo kind of thing. And next to it is the royal mausoleum where only Royal Hawaiian people are buried. She petitioned to be buried there, and it was protested. And she did get a right to be buried there. She should be buried in the Royal Hawaiian Mausoleum with all the other past kings and queens of old Hawaii. Not after King Kamehameha the Great and all the kingdom of Hawaii, that stuff. I like the archaeology pre-Kamehameha, but that's just me. If I asked my friend about it, he probably wouldn't be all... But here's the weird thing. It's not about my friend. It's about Abigail Kawananakoa here. Now, here it says, Native Hawaiian heiress, activist, was great-grandniece of Queen Kapiolani. Now, that's where the weird thing came in. Because one time I was looking at this stuff, and I was trying to look at this stuff. Like, here's old Governor George Ariyoshi, always looking pretty old in that picture. Oh, shoot. But Abigail here, she really played it, you know. I mean, she's like, you know, Queen Mother kind of bit, you know. She did the part of the whole thing, and was a big activist in a lot of very huge, important Hawaiian affairs stuff. So I'm not sneezing at that. But I was looking at the heritage, because, you know, my friend, and he's in that family tree too. So it's kind of like,
what does that make you, right?
And it's complicated. So that's the part we're going to explore a little bit here. Because, here, let me just say this out right as soon as I can navigate. I looked up, okay, there was a big giant king in Hawaii, King David Kalakaua. Now, David Kalakaua, in my view, was the last king of Hawaii. I mean, monarch, official monarch, because he was a full king. They called him the Merry Monarch because he threw these giant parties. He built Iolani Palace kind of thing. He lit it with electric lights, Iolani Palace, before the White House in Washington, D.C. This is 1800s, when electricity first came out. Who's a light bulb? Ooh, magic. And he threw giant, and he was beloved by most, like everybody kind of thing. And then one day, the local landowners, this is like the plantation landowners who married into the Royal Hawaiian family, and they're grandchildren of the missionaries that first came here. Basically, this is, check your history. Wikipedia needs your donation for Christmas. So these landowners, usually referred to as the Big Five, had their basic henchmen come over, which was the local rifle club, and this is like rifles that was kind of like loaded with the pack the black powder down, with the ball, but they had bayonets at the end of them, long bayonets. I have a few bayonets myself. They're like mini swords, and they all came in with these bayonets on top of their rifles to King Kalakaua's desk, and they had King David Kalakaua sign. Whoop! And the alarm went off. And yeah, alarms were going off because it's like coerced to sign a parliamentary constitution. Now, if you're not into the political science, that's okay. I feel you. I feel for you. That's right. But he's full king with full power. And now as he signs this document with all these bayonets staring at him, he basically gave all the power to the parliament. And those guys had the parliament. So it's a lot like politics back then, bayonet style. So they call it the Bayonet Constitution. And that's when Kalakaua lost all his kingly powers, in a sense. In a sense, after that, he was like, I don't know, like King Charles and Prince William. They're kind of like, they had got the money, but they're like ceremony, but they don't got the power, really. So all his power. So he went on a big, long worldwide tour, Kalakaua, and he came back dead. And that's a mystery for me right now. But as the ship pulled in, black flags flying, that's when Queen Liliuokalani, that was her brother, she knew that she had to be, occupy the throne. And that was the last monarch, Queen Liliuokalani. And then they got the overthrow, but I'm not going to say anything there. So King Kalakaua was the last monarch, the last king of Hawaii, to me. But there's something special, because they make a will. And in the will, you get wealth inherited and also titles. So he could say who's the next monarch in the will. And in his will, it was written before, but then he penned in, with the quill pen, I suppose, on the bottom of each page, not Kapiolani. And the next page, not Kapiolani. Next page, not Kapiolani. I'm going, what's that all about, right? Because, I don't know, he just decided to change his will for a reason. And I don't know what that reason is. Now we go back to this. But we look down here. Okay, so she passed away at her home, and she's loved and all this kind of stuff. And I'm going to brush over this, hopefully without no disrespect. About $100 million causes what? Okay, so she creates this giant foundation, and she has a hobby quarter horse thing. And she had a stroke, so there was questioning if she could, be in control. And she had a life partner. Now that we have the Marriage Equality Act signed in Congress today or yesterday, a little late for her. But here we go. So down over here, her great maternal grandmother, something Campbell, and this is where she's connected. Prince David La'amea Kahele Po'oli Pi'ikoi Kawananakoa. That, I think, is also my friend's father, who I met a number of times, and he's passed away too. So all this is being giant inheritance things going down. And she's here we go, strong-willed, and yeah, she was had the reputation. And she was requested to build a tomb at the Mauna Loa Royal Mausoleum. Backlash from some who questioned whether her lineage qualified her for such an honor, but the state board and land natural resources granted her that permission to build it and be interred in the royal mausoleum. And so that was the one. Maybe. But this is like a lot of stuff behind her, and she's involved in the 30 meter telescope, or the local. It's just a lot. And she has a spouse. She left 40 million and all of her personal property. And geez, it's just gonna be like holy mackerel. So that's the amazing news. And if we take a little breath from that and we look back into 1959 statehood, Mitsui and Shizui are showing you how fun it is to load the pineapples in the refrigerated pineapple cart. Gosh. Gamble Estate. Supposedly that was about $200 million estate or something. I don't really know. But it was just freaky coincidence. I see my friend, and then it's like, turn around and hear that news. And it happened coincidentally. Like, I don't think my friend was in town. Maybe he found out she was very ill and he's in town. But he's also an attorney, so don't mess around with my friend there. I guess. So, like and subscribe, because Mongoose needs a new pair of shoes, and ain't nothing going on here but throwing out my junk. Oh, have a happy Wednesday. Aloha to you. Aloha oi to Abigail. Peace and rest and beauty for you. Aloha oi to Abigail. Kawananakoa. Aloha oi to you. And aloha to you and you and you.